Hello, everybody, and welcome to the WildWeiler Weekly Wrap. As always, I am WildWeiler. It's the second day of Rottober, the month where we Rottweilers compete with orcs, jockstrap retailers, and chastity kinksters to see who can make the most ridiculous version of October. We're winning. I wasted no time diving into new experiences this week. First off, I played the demo of the Lamplighters League on Thursday as sort of our regular weekly stream right now. I loved it. That game is going to be great when it comes out, and it sounds like it's on Game Pass, so I'm going to play the snot out of it. I don't think I'm going to do an actual play series, because these are not the kind of games that work for that, but just know that this is the type of game that I really, really love, and it's great. Like, I loved everything about it. You should check out the VOD for the stream to see if you would like it, but if you liked Shadowrun Returns and that sort of trilogy of games, I think you'll like the Lamplighters League. It looks so fun. I also went to a Fortune Feimster show, and it was amazing. It was one of those shows where she got into like a groove and then just sort of went off book. Like, it was really cool. We got sort of like some test material. She was telling stories just off the cuff. It was really, really good. It's pretty much the best thing about living in the city that I live in. When you get performers like this, they come here and you sort of do get a full house. Like, there's a lot of people there, but the stakes are lower because I don't live in a particularly huge city. And we get a lot of stuff like this where it just feels like there's a nice chill vibe and people are just talking about the stuff that they like, and I don't know, I love it. I absolutely love it. I love it when performers feel comfortable sharing new material. It's just like chilling and telling jokes and less like watching a show, and Fortune is a hilarious person, so you should definitely watch her specials over on Netflix if you have Netflix, and if she's coming to a show near you, if she's doing a show near you, not coming to a show, you should check that out. Then I didn't feel well. There's a thing going around, and I watched 4 Netflix movies in one day. So I'm just going to give you a rundown of those 4 Netflix movies. The first one was Occupation: Rainfall. Now, for this movie, I need you to imagine that all of the classic 80s action movie moments also happened during Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, and now imagine all of that happened in Australia. And that would be like the first half of the absolutely bonkers experience that is Occupation: Rainfall. That movie sets up so many plots that as the viewer, you are expecting more climaxes than an orgy. And unfortunately, somebody spills the punch bowl and nobody arrives. Like, none of these plots hit the station at all. Nobody climaxes anywhere. And that's because, you see, this is one of those modern movies where they make it to have a sequel. Oddly enough, kind of like Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. But that's just what it is. The whole movie has the feeling of just a whole bunch of Stargate SG-1 episodes crammed together, and that is not a comparison you're only going to hear once in this rundown. But let me just say, it's not as good. Just a bonkers movie. Just a totally bonkers movie. I don't know, 4 out of 10, wouldn't recommend. The second movie I watched was Skyline, stylized Skylin 3S. And whew, have you ever watched a movie where you're like, wow, they are really just telling me, like shouting the plot at me in the first 3 minutes, and the rest of the movie is just a loose series of strung events that are not really clear, and there's a couple of wild jumps to conclusions in there, because that's what Skylines has going on. It's hard to explain this movie in any way because, like I said, they blast the entire plot at you in the first, 3 minutes, which then has kind of little to do with what happens next. It's a weird movie in the way that our first movie on this list felt like a whole bunch of Stargate SG-1 episodes strung together. This one feels like a whole bunch of Stargate Atlantis episodes strung together, only without any of the charm, and therefore is also, this one's like a 3 out of 10. If the last one was a 4 out of 10, wouldn't recommend, this is a 3 out of 10, don't watch. The next movie was We Have a Ghost. And this movie is great. It's a sort of like teen coming of age movie mixed with a little bit of murder mystery. It's a little bit of a twist on the classic haunted house genre, and I loved it. It was great. It felt fresh. It was maybe like a third too long. I really feel they could have condensed it down a bit, but that's, we won't deduct too many points for that. It was fun. Out of all the ones I watched, I think this is the one. This is like a solid 7 out of 10. Would recommend. You should pop over to Netflix and watch it kind of deal. Really, really solid. If anybody is watching this and being like, I worked really hard on one of these movies and you're rating it lowly, my rating scale is a more true one, which is to say, like, we dip down to 1s and 2s because I hate that every scale seems to start halfway through the thing before it counts. So your scores aren't that bad. A 7, in fact, is really good on my scale. The 10s that exist are Mad Max Fury Road, Blade Runner 2049, and the Clue movie. Movie number 4 is The Bubble. And The Bubble has a whole bunch of like cool people in its casts. And if you like meta jokes about the COVID pandemic and Hollywood inside baseball nonsense, I imagine you'll love The Bubble. It was the 4th movie in a movie marathon for me, so I can't remember most of it, and I was very tired. 9 out of 10. Not really. I don't know. It was funny. Somebody's hand gets blown off. It's a whole thing. Basically, it's, like I said, it's COVID jokes and Hollywood insider jokes all the way down. So if that's the kind of thing you like, check it out. All 4 of those movies are on Netflix, some of them longer than others, and that is just what it is. That will do it for the weekly wrap this week. Coming up on Thursday, I will be streaming more Black Skylands. The live page for that is already created, so you can go in and set a reminder if you are so inclined. As always, the specific time is there, but it is 7 p.m. Eastern. On YouTube this week, the next episode of the 40K Bolt Gun Let's Play is coming up, so keep watching that. A lot of you are enjoying it, and I hope you continue to have fun. But also, as an extra special announcement, because we are in the month of Spooktober, I am returning to the police station as Claire Redfield in the B-side of Resident Evil 2. So, yeah, there's that. That'll start popping up every Saturday. We're going to dub that Scary Saturday. And I hope you like it. It is terrifying. Like, the Claire's story is so much scarier than Leon's, like, right out the gate. So, yeah, if you like watching me completely shatter and cry a lot, you're gonna get that every Saturday from now until the series ends. And if I'm honest, I'm still filming it, so I don't know when that's gonna be. I think it's gonna be about 7 episodes long, if I had to guess. We'll see. Anyways, that does it. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.